friends, Amanda here from Faithfully Homemade, and today I'm going to show you my preschoolers work boxes that I have set up ready for the first week of school. And you can see here that I've taken them all out of the work box. I've taken them all out, and I'm going to show you each one. These ones up here are for my first grader, and I'm going to show you those in a separate video. So let's get to it. Okay, so I have them all laid out here, and I did all of his like reading, language arts, phonics stuff, and handwriting in these two pink ones, and then his math stuff is in these two purple ones. So let's just get started with the phonics. So the first thing that I have here for him, okay, so it's these sticks that have different pictures on them for the beginning sound of the alphabet. Anything that I show you that you can get off my website, I'm going to leave links below where you can download these. I made these, so you can get these from my site. And what he's going to do is, I'm going to put one in a cup. So this one would obviously be A for apple. And then I have these little beanbag letters here, and he was going to find the one that's A for apple. So he would just find it and put it by the cup. And then we would do it again. Now, I like these beanbags because they have the capital A and then they have the lowercase a. So then I'd let him pick a stick, and he could pick a different stick. And you could put it in the cup. And this is quilt. What letter goes for quilt? And he's going to have to find the Q. Okay, and then we can even flip them over and we can talk about capital letters and lowercase q and that kind of thing. We'll just keep doing it and reusing the sticks. Okay, the next thing that I had in there were these alphabet match strips. And again, you can get these off my website, so I'll leave a link below. And what he's going to do, it comes with two sets. So these ones are for beginning sounds, and these ones are for matching upper and lower case letters. And I pulled out some erasers for him to use with these. You can use little clips if you want them to clip their answer, or you can use little manipulatives. So this time I pulled out erasers. And what he's going to do is he's going to look at the strip, and he's going to cover up any of the pictures that begin with that letter. So A says a. What begins with A? He's going to cover up the apple with his eraser, and then he can do the next one. Which one begins with B? He's going to cover up the ball. And so on. He can do the entire alphabet. And then I also have the same thing for upper and lowercase letters. So here's capital A. He's going to have to cover up lowercase a. Like that. And then he can do the next one. So there's uppercase B. He would cover up lowercase b. And then, so on. He can go on for the entire alphabet. Okay, the next thing I had in there was these alphabet strips. And these are just for basically practicing sound fluency. Again, you can get these off my website too. This is to use with Play-Doh. I like to use these with Play-Doh. And what he's going to do, because it also helps him with fine motor, is he's going to make some Play-Doh balls. And then he's going to take the strip, and he's going to put the Play-Doh balls. He's got to make 4 of them. He's got to put them in the circles, like so. And then he's going to say the sound and press the Play-Doh ball down. So he's going to go alligator, apple, ant, astronaut. And it's just practicing the letter sound. And then he'll do the same thing for, you know, whichever letters we want to do. And remember, these are activities for the entire week. So this isn't like he's going to be doing all of this in one day. These are for the whole week. And then if he gets through them all, you know, and we, you know, we're on Friday and he's already done all of the activities, we'll just go back and do them again. We'll pick the ones that he really liked, and we'll do them again. So anyway, this one, you know, he could go on, and now he could do ball, bat. You get the idea. Bear, and B. So that is what he's going to do with that one. The next activity I had in there is this sound flip and cover activity center that I made. And it has these different mats in there. They all are different. So we're going to just take one mat. For example, we take this mat. And up here in the corner, it says this mat is to practice the letters L, M, N, O, and P. So, okay, so I took the alphabet cards that it comes with, and I flipped them upside down. And then what he's going to do is he's going to flip one over. And I only took the cards L, M, N, O, and P. And he's going to flip the first one over, and it says N. And then he's going to cover up the sounds for N. And I decided I'm going to have him use these. These are, I've been saving the little caps to like the baby food squeezable food containers, and then he uses those as little manipulatives. So he's going to cover up. So N for nest, okay, and nuts, you get the idea. So then, you know, once he covers up these ones, he will flip over and he will do the next letter. And if we finish this mat, then maybe the next day he'll do another mat. I have mats in here for every single letter of the alphabet. So this mat does G, H, I, J, and K. This mat does V, W, X, Y, Z. You get the idea. So there's mats for all of the different alphabet letters. And he will flip and cover. Again, you can get all this off my website. Okay, the other activity I had in there are these beginning sound mats. And he's going to use these with magnetic letters, and he's going to do the beginning sound. So, hamburger, he has to put the beginning sound. Sure, Mark. He's going to do the beginning sound with this one, would be D for duck, and E for elephant. You get the idea. So he just has to go through and put the magnet letter that matches the beginning sound. You can use these with, you know, any kind of letters. I'm going to have them use magnetic letters. There's some on the back. There's a few of them. And then this one is, these ones is also kind of the same thing. But this one, instead of putting it next to it, he's going to cover them up. So yarn, he would just cover it up with a Y and so on. And I have a couple of those ones as well. So I will leave links below if you want to get these for yourself. Okay, now I'm going to move to his box that has things for handwriting. And in this box, the first thing I have here are these handwriting cards I made for him. He can trace them. I have all the letters of the alphabet. And then I really like these dry erase, Crayola dry erase markers for tracing because they're thinner, you know, as you can see. He'll go ahead and trace the card like I did here. And then we can erase it, obviously, because these are dry erase. And I laminated, these cards. I just about broke my marker trying to get the cap back on. But anyway, so then also what he can do with these cards is I have a little tin here that I put sand in. And so I put sand in this tin, and I'm just going to give him a pencil. And then what he can do is he can, you know, make the word in his tin. So, or make the letters in his tin. So there's, you know, A. And then he can grab the next card and he can do B in his sand, and it's just using the back end, the eraser end of a pencil. So he's going to practice that. Okay, and then also in there I have this small chalkboard. It's from Handwriting Without Tears. I don't actually have the program and we don't have the workbooks, but I do have these chalkboards that I got at one time. So I'm going to have him also practice his letters, you know, on the chalkboard with the little chalk. So he can do it like this. And of course, I'm going to have him use these cards to help him. I'll leave a link below to these cards as well. Then, the last thing I had in the handwriting box, these are my alphabet Play-Doh mats that I made. And he can make the letters with Play-Doh, obviously. So he would just roll the dough out and he can make the letters. But I also thought he could use these with a little manipulative. And he might have fun making the letter, you know, just like lining up all his little bears and making the letter. It's just a good fine motor kind of fun thing for him. He's only 3, so it might be fun for him to just kind of line up all of his little bears or whatever, you know, manipulative you have at the time and make the letter that way. And then we can just talk about how you go up, down, across. Well, you go up, down, and then across from the left. But anyway, we can talk about how you would actually make the letter. But yeah, I figured he might have fun just, you know, filling up his letters like this. But obviously also these mats are great for Play-Doh. My kids love using them with Play-Doh. But I thought I'd change it up a little bit and have him do something different with the mats. And of course I have some pictures down here we can talk about beginning sounds. So, and we can just do whatever letters he wants to practice. So I've got them all stacked up in here. So, let's get into his math. Alright, his math is in these 2 purple ones. And the first activity I have is my crayon flip and count activity center that I made. If you haven't seen this in another video, it comes with this mat. And by the way, all of these math activities are going to be, you can get them in my Early Learners Math curriculum. I'll leave a link below. But, so these cards These, this activity is from Unit 1. These cards go here, and he's going to put them on the mat. And then what he's going to do is he's going to flip them over. Oh, there's number 1. He's going to flip it over, and then he's going to use real crayons. I have a box of crayons here, and he's going to take out one real crayon and put it on the box of crayons. And then he'll flip over the next card, and this one has 8. So he'll have to count out 8 crayons and put them on the mat. The next activity I had in there are these number strip puzzles, so he has to put them in order. So here he would go 1, and then he would find the number 2, which is somewhere, there it is. And once he puts it in order, it's going to make a picture. This one is a picture of so 1, 2, 3. This one's a picture of a whale. Next activity I had in there is this pencil counting activity center. This also is in Unit 1 of my math curriculum, or you can just get it separately if you want. Again, links will be below. And he's just going to take a card, put it on his, well, here's the strip cards. Okay, he's going to take a card here, and he's going to put it on his strip. He's going to count, well, actually, he has to count here. 1, 2. This has more than 2, so actually he has to first find the card that has 2. Okay, so put the 2 on there, and then he has to find the number 2. I think that's it, yeah. And put the number 2 on there. So 2, 2, and 2. Then he will flip the next card, and this one is number 1. So he would have to find 1 block and the number 1. And then he'd count these, he'd find and match. So there's a bunch of them here all the way through number 10. Okay, the next activity I have here is, these are counting cards. They also come in Unit 1 of my curriculum. And what he's going to do is he's going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however many are on the card. And then he has to cover up his answer. I just have these little gems here that he's going to use. So he's going to cover up. Then you go on to the next card and cover it up. I also have this animal counting book. You can get this off my website too. We're going to read it, and he's going to match it up. So 1 bird, 1. 2 bunnies, 1, 2. And he's just going to use the manipulatives to help him visually practice counting how many. So 3 elephants he's going to cover up. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Next activity I have is these came from Lakeshore Learning. They came in a peg puzzle type thing. And what I decided to do is I pulled them out, and then I pulled out these cups that I have. These cups are from these bears that I bought a long time ago. They came with the bears. But what I did is I paired them up with these. And what he's going to do first is he's going to sort. So he's going to sort them by color. So all the green, all the yellow. So first we can practice sorting. And then after he has sorted all of them, then we're going to practice counting. So, for example, all the green ones are sorted. So he's going to count the green ones. So we have, I put them all together. We have 5 green pegs. So then he's going to use his little numbers here that I have. These are from a Melissa and Doug puzzle, and he's got to find the number 5. And then he'll do the same thing. See, here's some more numbers. He'll do the same thing once he's sorted all the yellow ones. There's 4 of them, so then he would find the number 4. And so after he's sorted them, he's going to count them and use these to find the number. Okay, these are from Lakeshore Learning, and they are just sequencing puzzles, so he's going to have to put them in order. So first the cake, then they blow it out, then they eat it, and they're just all different pictures, him sorting their 3 sequences. He's going to sort and practice sequencing with that. Next I have these are reference charts, and they come in my Unit 1 of my math curriculum, and he's going to practice the numbers with these magnet, these are little pom-poms with magnets on them, and he's going to practice the number. So 1. He's going to put it on there. And then he'll do the number 2. 1, 2, like so. And here he's got 2 ice cream scoops. And then the next one is 3, so he's going to put them on there. 1, 2, 3. And he's got 1, 2, 3. So we'll just keep on going like that all the way up through number 10. Okay, we are finally down to the very last thing. I threw in there the first couple sheets of my learning math level proficiency sheets. These sheets have 4 skills for the children to work on every single day. So the first day of school, he will work on this one. This one is say the number, so he's just going to touch and say 8, 5, 3, 1, 7, 9, and so on. This one he's going to use his dry erase marker here, and he's going to trace the circle. This one he's got to count and circle the number, so he's going to count 2 and circle 2. And then this one we're going to use a dice, or a die I should say. He's going to roll the die, and then he has to draw a line to match. So he's going to roll, and if he rolls a 3, then he's going to draw a line from the 3 die to the number 3. Then he'll roll the dice again, and whatever he rolls, say he rolled 5, he's going to draw a line to number 5. So anyway, I just pulled out the ones for the first week, and I also have these for reading, and I forgot to pull those out, so I need to pull out the first few sheets of him for the phonics reading ones that I have as well. And that will be it. That will be his entire week of activities. If we don't get to all of them, I don't stress about it. If we use them all and we still have more time, I don't stress about it because we just redo them again. And then I don't change them out until next week. So he'll go a whole week with these activities. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry the video was so long, but I wanted to get everything in there. The next video will be my first graders activities. See you next time. Bye.